that people have to wildlife right now. So does anybody have a connection? Hey everyone, my name's Amber. I'm a student here at UWSP, and I'm going to be translating a little bit of Schmeekley's wildlife for you and what they're saying. Every time I make a post, I try to translate what those animals are saying. Alright? So it's about an hour flight, about half a mile. Shouldn't be too bad. I'm in heels. I can do it. You can do it too. Alright. So we're going to head over there, and we're going to learn about what is Schmeekley's most common wildlife that we see all the time, okay? So, Schmeekley's most common wildlife that I think we can agree on, the white-tailed deer. Unfortunately, they're not here right now. That's the downside of my social media post.
They were walking by when you were talking earlier.
They were walking by. They were over there. I need them right here. Wildlife never agrees with me. It never does what I want it to do. But Schmeekley's white-tailed deer are a little bit different than other white-tailed deer. They're not that scared of us. You can practically pet them, and they're going to be okay with it. Do not pet the wildlife.
You want to push it?
Well, what do we generally see when a white-tailed deer is scared? Who knows? In the name, so when we see a white-tailed deer running off, who knows what we see?
White tail.
The white tail! Excellent! So there's something else that white-tailed deer do before they even show their white tail. It's super interesting, but because these deer are in Schmeekley, they don't generally do it. However, the ones over there, they did it to me when I was walking out of the nature center, so I was super excited. It's called snorting or glowing. So I got a YouTube video.
Hey, don't fight over the stroller, please.
I see. Hello.
Look at the video.
Hello? That snorting / blowing sound is used to alert all the other white-tailed deer in the area that there's something absolutely terrifying here and we need to go. But I have a very important question. Can I tap a chain? What, if somebody's comfortable, how did you impress your significant other to go on a date with you? Who wants to share? Anybody okay? Want to share? How did you impress your significant other to go on a date with you?
I danced.
You danced! Alright. Thank you. Deer are not as graceful, assuming it was a graceful dance. That's where these antlers come in. I saw some kiddos asking about them. Two white-tailed deer, they'll lock antlers, and they're going to have a pushing match, and you're going to hear that sound. It's especially common during rut, which is starting to come up really soon. So this is how deer impress their significant others. But I got to be honest here really quick. Yeah, I'm on social media. I'm a social media star, okay? I keep everybody connected during the pandemic. But everybody expects me to know everything about everything. Follow me over here, and I'm going to tell you why I shouldn't have to know everything. Alright, so this here right behind me is a bat monitoring station that we have here at Schmeekley. Bats are not main part of my social media. They're usually at night and they're really hard to take pictures of. But they still communicate with one another. Who knows how bats find their food? Like what method they use? Echolocation, good job. Sorry, I didn't see your hand there. Echolocation. So echolocation is when sound is emitted and it's bouncing back. And that is how a bat can locate their food. Echolocation, yes. Bats still have to communicate with one another somehow though. So this call right here is you hear that? I'll play it again. That was a little brown bat. Now those can be found around here in Schmeekley. I did some research. Like what do bats say to one another? Do they say anything to one another? Well, scientists think that while they're in their caves that maybe they're arguing a lot. Like it sounds like they do a lot of arguing. I don't know if y'all know this, but bats have a sort of epidemic going on between them called white nose syndrome. White nose syndrome is a serious issue among bats. It is killing them by the hundreds and thousands. So here's a photo of a bat suffering from white nose syndrome. Yeah, that's kind of gross. White nose syndrome causes a bat to wake up in the middle of hibernation and start flying around in their cage, causing the bat to use up all of their fat stores and their energy and causing them to die. So my theory is that the bats are just arguing to the other bats who are waking up in the middle of hibernation going, what in the world are you doing? Now I'm not going to ask y'all what you argue with your significant other about. That's a little bit too much. But more importantly, I think I can get better reception over there, so I still can't make a post right now. So I still don't have any reception going on over here. Well, let's talk about something else instead. Anybody want to share what their first date was?
In class.
Your first date was in class. Nice. Anybody else? Anybody have heart-stopping dates?
I think I got married in kindergarten.
That must have been very heart-stopping for a kindergartner. Was it legal?
I don't think so.
Want to know what else is heart-stopping in wildlife? Eagles. It's absolutely breathtaking when you see them. Anybody familiar with what the courtship ritual is for bald eagles? I just saw one earlier when I was waiting for you all to come over. Right, bald eagle courtship ritual? Any ideas?
No.
What did I hear over here?
Lock and free fall.
Lock and free fall. Do we know what that's called?
Lock and free fall.
What?
Lock and free fall.
Lock and free fall. Let's try cartwheeling. Yes. The bald eagles go hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of feet in the air, lock talons, and free fall.
Wow.
But I got a better idea. I think I can get reception up there. Hold on.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow. Funny, man. I think your mask is upside down.
Guys, there's no reception up here. Everybody, there's no reception up here, okay?
Okay.
But I don't think you understand what I'm trying to say when I say the cartwheeling is heart-stopping.
Whoa.
Exactly. But instead of going splat when they hit the bottom, they release their talons and they do this over and over again. I'm not dropping the iPad.
Hey, what's up here in there? Land it? How do you do it? It's so funny. You're messing with it. Try the other way.
So, I heard a lot of heart stops at that thud. You know what? Mine might have little bit did as well. But nothing's broken, I'm sure. But not all first dates or first impressions are as graceful as cartwheeling with bald eagles. I think over here, I can maybe get reception because that's the most important point right now. But there's a little bit more awkward of a courtship ritual that happens over here, okay? Yeah. Let's go. All right.
Hurry, go get up front.
I have taken some beautiful photos of a mallard duck here. Beautiful. They're absolutely amazing. I love them. But I have a more important question. Anybody want to share their first dance? Their first dance experience? I see one in the back.
Yeah, just now, like 50 minutes ago.
Just now, had a first dance. Was it awkward or graceful?
I'm a bad dancer.
It was a bad dance. Mallard ducks have a similar ritual that's kind of like a bad dance. It starts with something called head pumping, where they're literally, the males and the females together are just pumping their heads. You know, like a disco, what's going on? It's great. But there's something else, more than that. It is called a grunt whistle. Now the grunt whistle is similar, like swan-like, I guess. They are like, they duck their heads, they pop up, and they shake their booty with a whistle and a grunt noise. I got a video of that I'm gonna walk around and share with y'all. So I just think we shouldn't only compare our dating lives to the bald eagles. By the way, my first date is always gonna be skydiving.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're a little too young for me though, Pip.
Move out of the way, because she's going to come around.
Carter, don't you think you're a little big for that?
He's not going to get over there.
There it is, Mom. I still don't have reception over here. I know, it's so frustrating. But I will walk around semi-demonstrating. They do go down, up, butt wiggle, whistle. The grunt whistle for the mallard duck. Down, up, whistle, butt wiggle. I will repeat it over here. I don't have the neck of a mallard though, so it's not as flexible. I apologize. They go down, up, whistle, butt wiggle. But I have a very important question for y'all to understand or think about. We're in the middle of a pandemic. I know you want to forget about this. But what if wildlife use social media? I use it right now to keep everybody connected to the wildlife, but how would the wildlife stay connected to us? I think I know the perfect place to get reception, so we're gonna walk over there and want y'all to think about that. What type of social media accounts would wildlife have? You don't have to think about the wildlife that I went over. You can even talk about your favorite animal. All right, let's find some reception.
We're taking pictures.
All right. Did we come up with any ideas on what kind of social media account different animals would have? For example, bald eagle. They might be all about their travels. The ones posting like, yeah, in Hawaii. Up in Wisconsin. Why they would do that, I kind of wonder, but it's fine. So, any ideas? No wrong answer.
It's just Tumblr.
Tumblr.
Say that again.
Tumblr.
Tumblr?
They tumble.
Okay.
Stop.
The deer would have a food reviewing app. I don't know what app does that, but
Yeah, there has to be a specific app, but okay, Whitetail Deer.
Well, I'm
Food reviewers. Anything else?
I'm just helping my climb up there.
I think squirrels would make short videos because their attention spans are so short.
Girls make short videos. They're short attention span. Also, another side note, the whitetail deer, they're over here now. Not where I needed them, but they're over there. But I want to be serious for a moment. We are in the middle of a pandemic, okay? But I want you all to think about it. When's the last time you told your loved ones that I love you? Or I miss you? That I miss your laugh, I miss the energy that you have. This is a serious time, we need to stay connected. Yeah, there's social media. Maybe go old school. Pen pals. Who remembers doing that? I used to do that. I lost full contact with them, but yeah. I want you all to leave this place and just tell the person that you're close with, your significant other, that you love them, you miss them. Call your best friend that you haven't heard of in months. If you're comfortable, come out here to Shakely, wear a face covering and go for a hike, socially distanced. Try to do something, FaceTime with them, anything. But I have a more important topic here. So I have reception again. Yay. And I need to make a post.
Hello.
Everybody? Why is this not working? There we go. Everybody say hi. 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 All right, thank you so much for coming. I'm going to miss you guys. I love the energy that you brought here, okay? Y'all have a great night.